Hey, welcome back to Rockatar. It's Michael here, and I am so excited because this is the final lesson for our intro drum lesson series for beginner drummers. So thank you so much for being with me through this series. And a couple things that I want to share with you before this last lesson is, number one, we've got lots and lots of different types of drum sets and drum gear that you could purchase from our Rockatar store. We have junior sets and smaller sets. We have full-size sets. So feel free to visit the Rockatar store and take a look at all the different kinds of drum sets that we do have that you'll find and that you'll love. Secondly, I want to tell you a little bit about the purpose of a drummer in a band. The drummer is the driving force in any band, and the drummer is the one that holds that beat. There's so many fantastic drummers that have recorded, that have performed, that you can look up on YouTube and on the internet and learn about all the different drummers, the jazz drummers, blues drummers, rock drummers. There's so many different types of drummers, and even all of our classical drummers and percussion students. There's some wonderful, wonderful things to learn about being a drummer and being a drummer in a band. So just remember that being a drummer means holding it all together. So it's a big responsibility to be a drummer, and it's a lot of fun too. So thanks for being with me on this series, and let's get right to this final lesson. And this lesson is all about learning the final beat on this series, which I've been holding back. And this is it. It's the 16 beat. We've gone from the 2 beat, then we went to the 4 beat, then we went to the 8 beat. Now we're going to the 16 beat, and it's a very exciting beat. I like to teach the 16 beat in 2 ways. One is on the cymbal, and the other is on the hi-hat. So 16, the reason why we're using the number 16 is because we're going to actually be playing 16th notes on our right hand with the cymbal. So this is very exciting because we know our quarter notes are just 1, 2, 3, 4. We learned about our 8th notes on the 8 beat, which are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we're going to learn about our 16th notes. So the counting, firstly, the counting for the 16th note sounds like this. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So we still have our 4 beats. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're adding in all of our 16th notes. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So we see that there are 4 16th notes to each beat. Okay? So here's how we play the 16 beat on the cymbal. We can play it very slow, and this is how it sounds. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Now, let's slow that down a little bit because I was placing my snare drum and my bass drum at some different counts. And really what I want to do with the bass drum and the snare drum is hold the bass drum to the 1 and 3 and the snare drum to the 2 and the 4. Because remember, our beats are always 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's try that 16 beat again. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So what's happening here is for every quarter note beat, there's 4 16th note beats happening on the cymbal with my right hand. Now I'm playing it very slow. when you hear the 16 beat fast, it sounds like this. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. So it's definitely a challenging beat. It's a fun beat. Now I want to show you how to play that beat on the hi-hat with the crisscross technique, okay? I saved this lesson for last because this is such a fun lesson. You're really going to enjoy this. Okay, here we go. So we've got our 16 beat, 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and where we're playing 16th notes with our right hand only. When we go to the crisscross technique, and by the way, besides the crisscross technique, before we get to that, playing the 16 beat on the hi-hat is the same as playing it on the cymbal, just like the 2 beat, the 4 beat, and the 8 beat. So instead of playing all of our 16th notes on the cymbal, we play them on the hi-hat. So it'll sound like this. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Okay? So now we know the 16 beat. We can play it on the cymbal. We could play it on the hi-hat. Here's the cool part of this beat. Using the crisscross technique, where we have our left hand on the cymbal, on the hi-hat cymbal. Here's how the 16 beat works. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. So it's similar to the 8-beat crisscross technique. I'm just adding in 16th notes. So remember, the 8-beat crisscross went like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The 16-beat crisscross sounds like this. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Now when you get that up to speed, and here's the fun part of this beat, one of my favorite beats, goes like this. Let's count. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. Whew. It's hard to count that fast. So we're using 16th notes at a fast pace, and that's how we get that beat. And I know that you've heard that beat before. So there's a lot of songs that you can use that beat in. So I hope you enjoyed learning all of these different beats, all of the fills, the sticking techniques, the paradiddles, bouncing your sticks, working on your pad, working on a drum set. This has been a fantastic experience. If you have any questions at all, please send us an email and I'd be happy to answer those questions for you. Most importantly, enjoy yourself learning how to be a musician, playing the drums, and having a lot of fun. And make sure you jump into your practice studio at Rockatar and start choosing your favorite songs and start to play the drums with those songs and set up your avatar band on your practice studio so that you could jam with your band. It's so much fun. It's awesome. So I'm going to take you out of this lesson now with some cool beats and some fills, and I'll start with the 4 beat. We'll go to the 8 beat. We'll go to the 16 beat. We'll do some regulars. We'll do some crisscrosses. We'll do some fills. We'll do some fun. And I will see you in our next drum lesson series. And make sure if you're looking to learn some other instruments, feel free. You could try our guitar series. We have voice series as well. And we're also going to be adding a bass series. And we've got lots of cool instruments as well as piano and keyboards. So I will see you soon. And we're going to pull out of this final lesson in the 12-part drum series with some cool grooves. Here we go. Thank you. I'll see you soon in the next lesson. Thanks so much for being here at Rockatar. Can't wait to work with you again. This is Michael, music director of Rockatar. We'll see you soon.